My car's got. Oh, we got. Okay, we got light. We light. Okay, monster. We live. Uh, howdy ho, guys. Ew, that came out wrong. Okay, let's try that again. What's good, guys? How's everybody doing? Your alpha is here, and it is November 8th, 2020. And as always, the first full week of November, we kick out a Q&A. Before we get started, I hate to bring it up, but yeah, we have some more bad news. For all those who are fans of game shows like Wheel of Fortune and things like that, the world lost another good man in the form of Alex Trebek, the host of Jeopardy. My mom used to love that show, and she used to clean house on her. I used to always joke with her, like, always like, Mom, you should try to get on that show or something, because she used to clean up whenever. But Alex Trebek, he was 80. He lost his battle with pancreatic cancer, I believe. It was cancer, though. I thought he was going to beat it. I really thought he was going to beat it, guys. But I guess the cancer was just too strong. I think he was in stage 3, right? It was 3, right? Yeah, it was stage 3. So, but I thought he was going to beat it. I started reading up a little bit more on Alex Trebek in terms of like where he was from. And what do you know? He's Canadian. I didn't know that. I was like, whoa. So Canada lost a legend, another legend. But all the people that I've talked to that I've seen interviews with producers and showrunners and everybody like that said that he was just one hell of a guy. Like he didn't phone it in, and you could see that on the show. Anytime you watch Jeopardy, you could see like he was always intrigued by the guests, like, so where you from and everything. It wasn't like, so where you from? Ah, okay. Because kind of like that's how I feel about like Pat Sajak on Wheel of Fortune now. Like he just does a little bit now just for the money. No, I'm serious. Like you look at some of these game show hosts, like, are they really into this thing or not? Alex Trebek felt like he was really into that show Jeopardy. He would get to know the character, get to know the contestants, and was really intrigued by it. He had that very cool mentality when he would next answer this and everything like that, and he was very calm and collected. So I thought he was going to beat his cancer. Unfortunately, 2020 has not been a very good year for legends. Sean Connery dies, and now Alex Trebek. Yeah.
Oh, last Saturday.
Yeah, last Saturday. So it's like, Jesus Christ. But anyway, guys, I had to give that news out because I was a fan of his and I did enjoy Jeopardy. And if they continue Jeopardy, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. Like, whoever they get to host it now, but we'll just have to see. Anyway, guys, like I said, just wanted to throw that out to you. So rest in peace, Alex Trebek. May you continue to doing Jeopardy in the afterlife. Yeah. So I have my snacks today. Monster is in the back, and I'm here to answer your questions. You throw me any question you want. I'll answer it the best I can. And yeah, and more importantly, I kind of delayed the chat box so I don't miss questions. That's why if you're having trouble, I delayed it so I won't miss anything, because sometimes I'm missing people's questions and things like that. So let's see. Uh, Hi, bro. Hey, Liza, how you doing? Um, Matthew, man, what it do? What it do? Um, what do you think of the new Busta Rhymes music? Like his I have not listened to Busta's new album. I'm definitely gonna listen to it. I heard it is being well received. That he broke down and cried in an interview. You know, that's yeah. He broke down in the interview and cried like tears of, it was like tears of joy, like, but just showing, because I mean Busta hasn't put out anything new for a long time, but then you kept seeing images of him and him in the studio with Dre and people like that, and then he said this is gonna be like a combination of his 20 plus years in the business, and all I keep hearing is good things about it. So I haven't listened to it yet. I am a fan of Busta Rhymes. I always have been. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. Yeah, another sad loss. Are you excited for Scream 5? And what Scream film would you rank from best to worst? Am I excited for Scream 5? I'm not saying I'm excited. And you put exited instead of excited. I don't want to be a grammar hound, but yeah. But am I excited? I mean, they said Courtney Cox is coming back. They said M.V.K was coming back. The thing about it is just like, okay, where's this gonna go now? I mean, what's next? Sydney's, I don't know. Like it's starting to become a phase. Like we're starting to see Sydney's family is just fucked. Like it's becoming that way. Like the third one was her half brother. Then the next one was her cousin who wanted to become the next final girl. So she was willing to kill her mother and everything. It's like, what the fuck wrong with this? So with this one, I don't know where to go with it. Is if I was to rank the movies, how do you say it, from best to worst? Okay. One is up there. One is definitely, because one will always be up at the top because that's what started the craze. I've got, that's how I go. I didn't hate 3, but I just felt that some of the plot didn't work for me as well. Like, huh? Oh yeah, like Dead Meat. But nah, honestly, the plot of 3 was weird because, okay, the whole concept of they're making a movie about, I guess, stab. They were making a movie, right?
Yeah, but that was shown in the second.
Yeah, that was shown in the second one.
Jada and them went to go.
Yeah.
Was in the movie that they were seeing stab.
Yeah. Okay. And then we're starting to see people from the past being killed off. Lee Schreiber's character, Cotton, got killed off in the beginning. And, other people being killed off. And then, Sydney is now you talk about quarantine. She quarantined herself. She don't go outside. She pretty much is, what is she, like a crisis help? Like she does crisis? Yeah.
Crisis help.
Yeah, crisis helpline.
Which, funny, like what James said, I'm not sure after all you've been through, I'm not sure if that's really a good job.
Yeah. So it was weird.
Those calls can be very haunting.
And she's having nightmares of her dead mother, and I ain't gonna lie, that scene scared me, actually.
I think that's the weirdest thing in the Scream 3 plot.
Yeah.
Just how is there a mechanism that has everybody's voice?
Yeah.
That does it for me. That's when it's like, yeah, everything's got thrown off. how does their device? It's not like, oh, it's picked up on this person's voice, so now it can mimic it. No, it just has everybody's voice that whoever Ghostface, who was Sydney's half brother, is gonna kill. So it has Kai Weary's voice in the beginning. It has Dewey. It has Dewey and Gail's voice. They haven't come in contact with.
Yeah, like that was a plot device that really bothered me. You know, the voice modulator stuff, which is fine, but to me, it was stupid because they had
that was a mimicker.
Yeah, that was a mimicker. Like
it sounds familiar. If it was me talking and I'm supposed to be you, it sounds like you.
Yeah.
It's not a modulator. Modulator is what what Billy, Stu, whoever, forget Timothy Olyphant's character, and Mrs. Lumen, the signature Ghostface voice.
Right.
That's the modulator. That would be the modulator. Even when Stu, Sydney, you heard it was a modulated voice.
Right.
There's a case where no, I speak into it. Like I had that new device where I speak into it. It's gonna translate it into whatever language.
Oh yeah.
That's what that was like.
Yeah, it was.
I'm gonna speak into it, but when it comes out, hey, I'm talking like William Shatner.
Yeah.
So, how you doing? How you doing?
Yeah. So, and basically, three makes up my worst of the Scream movies. You know, and then last thing I'll say about it is like the whole, the whole ransacking Sydney's mother. I didn't like that either. Like, yeah, she went out to Hollywood and she basically became a whore and everything like that. And the concept of her brother, I got some of it, and I can understand his anger, his anger towards that. Like he said, he went back to see her, and she almost like disowned him. Like, you're from my past self, and right there I can be like, what the fuck? Like, I came out your womb, so I'm technically your son. But yeah, right. And that's the part right there where I look at him like, you're a dumbass, because like, so basically you. Yeah, I'm sorry, but basically you kill your mother because of that bullshit. So it was whatever. All right, moving on. Let's see. Next question. Okay, what was a more sad and depressing loss to have? Oh, gee. Okay, no more. Come on, not with the sad stuff. Let's kind of get away from that.
Change the fact that it's sad.
Yeah. The loss of Michael Jackson or Prince. See, come on. All right.
It's not gonna make a difference.
Yeah. I mean, I felt Michael's death more than Prince's death. Prince's death came out of nowhere for me. Mike was dead too, but there was some saying that he was having issues and stuff like that. But they both were sad. I'll just end it there because I'm about. Let's move on. Okay, are you excited for Marvel versus Alien? Certainly. I don't know if they're gonna do. It makes me wonder when are they gonna start. Marvel is gonna start doing comics with the Predator and Alien in the Marvel universe, because Marvel owns the rights now to them because of the deal. Marvel owns 20th Century and all that stuff. So right now I don't really care about the Alien too much. I just want to see Predator real. I want to see Predator versus a couple of people. So yeah, because the aliens are pretty much like, you bring them in, it's just like, okay, so much for the Brood now. Get it? Do you think Spliff Star, Busta's main partner in crime, should make another album or mixtape? Oh, his hype man? I wouldn't mind. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing, the Flip Mode Squad period make a new album. That'd be great. I miss them. I actually do miss them. What's up, Andre? Matthew asks, who is your favorite horror icon between Chucky, Leprechaun, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers? There you go, Michael Myers. I mean, I like them all that you got here, but if I'm gonna go, my favorite, Michael Myers is my favorite. I like Chucky, but I never really was scared of him. Never was scared of Chucky. Never was scared of the Leprechaun either. Freddy Krueger always made me laugh. I don't know why. Shouts out to Robert Englund, but it's just like Freddy never scared me. Jason, the only thing that scared me was that. And after a while, Jason just started. They got weird with him. Especially that Carrie. The first time I saw Carrie, I was like 12. When I first saw the first Carrie movie, a lot of things were confusing to me. Like when the scene in the bathroom when she was bleeding, yeah, when she had a period, I didn't know what was going. I'm like, why are they laughing at her? Like, why was she bleed? I'm like, why is there blood? And
you're laughing. You guys do it too.
Huh?
I don't understand. You guys laughing that she has a period.
Yeah.
You guys have periods.
Yeah, but they're making fun of her having. I had no idea she was having a period. So when she started doing powers and stuff, I was like, and this me being a big comic guy at the time, so I'm like, yo, she's a mutant. So I literally was like, she's a mutant. Like, oh, cool. But when she was killing people, I ain't gonna lie. When Sissy Spacek was making them faces, like, and I'm like, oh Jesus, like. That's why when it comes to everybody, when they not remade it, when they kept doing other ones, and later on, they had the one with Chloe. I didn't watch that one because to me, I agree with what James Denise.
That was probably the tail end of the remake era.
Yeah,
like 2000.
When they did the remake of Carrie. If y'all ever watch it, y'all should subscribe to a channel called Dead Meat. It's a real good channel. I love that channel. Me and Malcolm discovered it, and it's called The Kill Count. He basically
one of the best things that came out of quarantine.
Yeah, it's basically.
That's not saying we never found it without, but yeah, it was during quarantine.
Yeah, when the quarantine really got I was discovering new people on YouTube to watch, and James Denise and his girlfriend at the time, now his fiance, they do kill counts. They basically count all the deaths in horror, your favorite horror movies, and he did all the Carries, even the TV series, the Rage with Carrie's cousin, I believe, and then the remake with Chloe, and I had to agree with him in that I didn't understand choosing Chloe Moretz as Carrie because she didn't really look like the odd person in the group, almost like woe is me and things like that. You look at Sissy Spacek, not saying that she was odd looking, but she did have some features she kind of looks a little different. Almost like you look at Chloe, you're like, would you really be picking on her and things like that? She just didn't look that way to me. And when she was using her powers, there were times she would her eyes rolling her back.
She looked more like she was enjoying it.
Yeah.
With in the original, it looked like she was in a trance.
Yeah. And she was just and I just it was okay, but I just didn't care too much for the remake. But I will give Julianne Moore her credit because she killed that role as her mother. I was like, oh God. But yeah, the Carrie never really scared me. Candyman, okay, Candyman doesn't scare me, but I feel for him, especially when you figure out his origin. When they finally showed his origin of what happened to him, it's like Jesus Christ. You talk about an act of racism. It's crazy. They cut his hand off. They dump honey all over him, and then they watch him get with all these bees. It was crazy. And who else you got? Ghostface never scared me. And Fishman. Oh, from I Know What You Did. Ben. Yeah, the fish. Fish. I never was really scared of him. And that third one just fucked it up. I didn't watch it. I just thanks to James Dead Meat, I watched it. And the Prowler. Alien never. Okay, the only thing about Alien that scares me is it's not the xenomorphs, it's the face hunters. I tell you guys that all the time. And the Predator. Yeah, Mr. I love the Predator. I love the Yautja, but they're cowards. They're chumps. I'll say that to their faces too. You're a bunch of cowards. Why? Because if you get beat honorably, you still cheat. So it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Chris Thompson, is that another version of Hurricane? No, Hurricane doesn't. No, there's only one Hurricane, and yeah, he's not. You can be on his good side, and but you don't want to be on his bad side. What do you think about the newest Shang-Chi comic run, the miniseries? I haven't read it yet, but I'm definitely going to. It's dealing more with his family, so I'm all about that. As you know, I'm a big Shang-Chi fan, so yeah. Let's see. What do you think is the finest addition to the Jaws franchise? And what do you think? And what? And did you like the first Lake Placid? Okay, what do you think is the finest addition to the Jaws franchise? I like the Jaws. I like Jaws, but I don't really. It's not one of my favorites because the reason why I say that is because it demonizes sharks, especially great whites. It humanizes the shark too much because no shark is going to be coming after the same person. Like, oh, I remember you. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, nah. It looked fake then, and it still look fake now. I mean, it's still. I mean, it demonizes sharks. It really does. As for the first Lake Placid movie, that's the only one I really liked. The first one, I actually saw that one in the movie theaters. I haven't the other ones. I saw a few, but what's up? Do you have a favorite Space Ghost villain? I like Spider Woman, Creature King, and Zorak. Brack. I like Brack, and I do like Zorak, and I like Metallo, the robot. Those are my favorites. Hey Chris, can't really be here long because it's late and I have to be up. Okay, that's no problem. What time is it? What sequels are better than the originals? From AJ Daniels. I'll Spider-Man 2. Sam Raimi's run. Spider-Man 2 is better than the first. I'll definitely go Back to the Future 2 was better than the first one, even though I love them both. Terminator 2. Better than the first one. Way better than the first one. I'll throw Temple of Doom in there. Temple of Doom was better than the Raiders of the Lost Ark, but I will always say Crusade was better. Reason why I say Crusade because that holds a special place for me. Captain America 2. Winter Soldier was better than First Avenger. I definitely go Rocky. Rocky 2 is better than Rocky 1. There's a bunch of there's a lot. There's a few. Let's see. If you're doing more with Hurricane, I don't know. First of all, once again, they're not called FBE anymore, so I still watch the channel. I just recently put up some stuff, and I was pretty cool about it. You know, I got a little heated a little bit at some of them. They were doing Halloween movies. And once again, if you want to see that, then you got to just go to the All Reaction channel. There are no more FB videos on this channel anymore. If you're watching older stuff, that's fine, but you won't find the newer stuff on this channel. Hurricane comes out when he wants to. I don't bring him out. He just comes out when he wants to. Right, Monster? That's right. He just comes out when he wants to. If he wants to come out, he'll come out. What is the best Janet Jackson song, even compact disc to you? Best Janet Jackson song. Oh Jesus, that's tough. That's real tough because I go way back with Janet. You know, like I said, when she first went solo and she did her first solo album. So I can't really say that without, you know, her legacy speaks for herself. Like one of my favorite songs, I could just give you one of my favorite songs of hers. It was oh God, what's the song called? Well, I'll definitely throw, you know, Black Cat. That's definitely one of my favorites. I love that song. Oh man, there's a couple of her solo, like really slow love songs that I love too. I can't remember it right now. I forgot what it was called. Damn it. Let's see. Andre asks, so what do you think about the new DC animated interactive movie, Batman Death in the Sun? I get where they were trying to go with that. You know, the whole, you know, oh yeah, you know, your different paths, you know, okay, you know, it basically just reminded me of like what DC did with the whole Death in the Family and you know, like, yo, call this number if Jason lives or dies. I get where they're going. I didn't watch it though yet, so not sure if I ever will. I watched Nostalgia Critic a couple of times. He's okay. I watched some of the Batman. Yeah, if you thought yeah, it's convoluted. Yeah. Okay, that's nice to know. I'm trying to start something. I don't need to hear them fools' names. Matthew, do you watch any of the Versus series where Timberland and Swiss Beats as the host? I've watched a couple of them. You know, they're pretty interesting. Not all of them. What are your thoughts on Animaniacs and Tiny Toons coming back to Hulu? And interesting. Just shows that those, I just watched the trailer for Animaniacs, and I was just like, wow, they're bringing it back. Toby O. Hey, man, I'm a huge fan of your video. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Join the pack. Thank you. If you joined the pack, I appreciate it. Your alpha loves you. Thank you. Have you ever gotten to the Species movie? Watch those. They're okay. That's pretty much where Natasha Hen got real famous. I'll never forget that. I want to have a baby. And I was like, what? And she just drowned them. What are your favorite moments? Don't watch Game of Thrones, so I can't tell you that, Matthew. So I can't tell you that. I was never really into Game of Thrones. It just wasn't for me. And I love like dragons and knights and stuff like that. And I think what threw me off about it was, when I was hearing incest and all that other stuff, I was like, yeah, no, that's not for me. But don't get me wrong, I do like Amelia Clark. I love her, just because she just seems like a lovely person. Just her smile, she's. Okay. Next. Generally speaking, do you have a preference for originals, sequels, trilogies, quadrilogies, remakes, or reboots when it comes to movies? I always will stick with the originals, and sequels and things like that. I don't necessarily think a studio or whatever needs to remake a movie, especially if the original was near perfect or just a classic. I don't see that. But sometimes there are some remakes, and I'm not going to deny that have been really good. They have been really good, and for example, I'm a huge Seven Samurai fan. America remade that, called it The Magnificent Seven, and then they did it again, and that was really good. I understand sometimes remaking horror movies to introduce new viewers, but then if that's the case, then just watch the original sometimes. Like, I didn't hate the remake of Chucky, even though I didn't watch it. I understood where they were going with it, and I will give, like, Mark Hamill voicing Chucky was fine. I had no problem with that, but it wasn't needed. Really wasn't. They remaking Candyman, but see, the difference with that Candyman is almost like, it makes me wonder: is it a remake or is it continuing the story? That's where I'm looking at it from. So we'll have to see. But I do prefer the original. Like, will always be that case. Like, I've said it before. If I see a remake for Back to the Future, I'm gonna throw up, because I'm like, there was no need to remake that. Not yet. I wish there would. Because Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis have said over our dead bodies, and so no. But when you have like, let me go into one. But when you have like public domain characters, there's always going to be a new version, like Robin Hood, for example. I've practically seen almost every Robin Hood movie and TV series that has come out.
I wish I didn't see that last.
There's some Robin Hood movies I've seen, especially on Netflix, that I wanted to throw up. I'm like, what the freak is this? And I'm a big Robin Hood fan. That is one British folklore hero that I love. I'm like, you know, it's cool. But you know, I even saw that last one with Jamie Foxx where they really trying to go superhero with him. You know, I was just like, yeah.
It was almost like I was more questioning what century.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, and you look at the last one, I'm like, Robert Hood's supposed to take place in like the 11th century. When I'm looking at this round, I'm like, there's like casinos and stuff. I'm like, wait, what? No, but they really tried to ham that up on the superhero stuff. I mean, he was shooting like 3 arrows at a time. You know, he was like, like, yeah, he was Hanzo. It was crazy. Let's see. What is something you really love, but the fan base ruined it for you?
You shouldn't be allowing fan bases to ruin things for you.
Yeah, to me, fans that hate stuff, they don't bother me too much.
No, not that the fans hated it.
Yeah,
meaning it was good, but the fan base either for like example. Okay, you still like Batman.
Yeah,
but we've always been ones to question that always call out the Batman fan base. How Batman fan base, the general percentage of Batman fan is they feel that he can beat everybody.
Right. Okay, yeah.
They'll just go to the whole. Well, he needs inspiration, which always was a crutch.
Yeah.
That's what they saying. It's not saying that the fans are against it. They say you liked it, but then the fan.
Okay, all right, there you go. Batman's one of them. I think I like Batman. I'll even say I love him, but the fan base has kind of ruined that. Not even just the fan base, his own company has. And I think one of they hoard him out so much to the point where any other hero outside of him doesn't get a fair shot at getting a fan base because of him. You know, it's almost like DC should be called BC for Batman comics. Like, that's one of the things I don't like about Batman. Like the fan base I like him, but the fan base is really, it's like BBC. No offense. It's like everything still revolves around him. And he wasn't even like the first DC character. He wasn't the face until later on. But yeah, I understand. Like, yeah, everybody wants to write Batman. They seem like, oh yeah, I can tell a story with him and everything better than, you know, trying with somebody else. But he also, and it's also a point where a prime example of that is, let's look at the Arrowverse. Let's look at Green Arrow. Look at Stephen Amell's Green Arrow. That wasn't Green Arrow. Who was that? That was Batman dressed as Green Arrow. Those first 2 seasons, he was. Exactly. You had going back. You know, you look at them, and it's like there were characters in there, and I'm like, okay, I understand but it's not even a question even mentioning that they came from Gotham or something like that. It was almost like, yeah, don't mention Gotham, but you had him facing Ra's al Ghul. You had all Talia, all that. I'm like, what the fuck? The Royal Flush Gang. Hell, we even saw Harley in there. We didn't really see her. She was a silhouette, but you knew who that was with the Suicide Squad. I was like, what the hell? Like, it was not Green Arrow. It was Batman. And like I said, I love Batman, but the fan base and even his own company has prostituted this character, like to the point where it's like he needs to be almost like a must have something out for Batman in terms of whether it's movies or anything like that, and you don't buy that, okay. What? Who outside of DC is getting another video game? Batman. And okay, you want to throw the Suicide Squad, yeah, but still, there are other characters that could have been like. Could you imagine having a Wonder Woman game similar to God of War, something like that? Like, it is what it is. Like I said, another one that I love. I guess Star Wars. Definitely throwing Star Wars. Jesus Christ, them Star Wars fans be fucking nuts. Like, to the point where if they don't get their way, like they go ape shit. I guess the one that Malcolm and I can both say is wrestling fans. You know, we're wrestling fans, but yeah, and that fan base can be pretty fucking ridiculous. So so there's a couple. Let's see. Kai Garrick. Will you name something that scared you as a child but no longer now? Like I said, the facehuggers from Aliens scared me the first time I saw it, and still does to this day. I can't watch facehuggers. I can't. I'll flip out. I'll leave the room. I'll leave my room. Wherever we're watching, I'll leave. I'll close my eyes. I can't. I've tried to get over that demon, and I can't. It's just something about the facehuggers that fucking terrify me. I don't know if it's what they look like underneath, or it's the fact that I'm envisioning myself, this thing jumping on my face, and I'm trying to pull it off, but I can't because why? That tail is stuck in the back of my neck. I used to be scared of Jeff Goldblum's The Fly. I got over that. I actually sat down and watched it one time, and I was just like, I used to be scared of that. Like when his face fell off, I was like, oh, don't scare me no more. The larva scene where Gina Davis is having that nightmare of having a baby, and it was a baby fly. It was a larva. You know, it used to scare me. It don't scare me no more. But yeah, that's one. But yeah, facehuggers guys like still creep me out, and I get friends that are joke with me about that. But yeah, that terrifies me. It's that I can't get over that. I can't. I have cousins that said they're gonna get like a doll or something. I told them, boy, I'm gonna smack you. Like, don't get that. I'm terrified of those things. Like I can't. And watching the Dead Meat, when he did all the alien stuff, and they did the Alien versus Predator movies, and there's a scene where these fucking things are jumping out all over, and they're slow motion jump, and you're seeing it, and that was freaking me out. I was like, nope, and I was like, nope, I'm out. So yeah, I'm dead serious about that, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, I can't. I can't. What's next? All right. Next up. Since Metalis is your favorite Space Ghost villain, do you read Metalis Origins and the Space Ghost issue? Future Quest. Yeah. That was really good. I actually liked it. First of all, I enjoyed the Future Quest books. I like that idea of having all the Hanna-Barbera characters in one universe. I thought Jeff Parker did a great job with that book. I remember tweeting him all the time, like, "Yo, I love what you did with that." You know, you had Space Ghost and Mitor and the Herculoids and the Impossibles and Johnny Quest. All of them, they were all in one book. It was really cool. It was damn good. Very good book. Matthew, do you prefer more conscious hip hop / rap like most Def Talib Kweli, KRS-One, the Fugees, old Kanye West, and the Dilated People. I like all those people you just mentioned. I do like. I'm old school hip hop. Always will be. I grew up in that time. So I grew up in the time of Kool Mo D and Marley Marl and Run DMC. I tell you guys, I met Daryl DMC, one of the coolest guys to meet. I met him at a comic convention because he writes comics. Never met Run, but I met DMC. It was great. But we're talking like newer, like 90s. I still rock with Nas to this day. Like Nas is my dude. I like old school Kanye before he kind of missed that left turn at Albuquerque. Yeah, I just saying that. I'm a big fan of I like Talib Kweli. I do like him. Mos Def is good. Meth, I'm a huge Method Man fan. Busta, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, all them cats. I'm old school. I can't really listen. I don't listen to a lot of these new guys now. I really don't. So anytime somebody says, "Oh, did you hear about that?" And I'm like, who's that? I don't. I don't. But I do like those guys. Everybody just mentioned. Does Sarah Silverman ever interest you with her comedic performances? I like Sarah Silverman. I like her. I like her a lot. I like her as a comedian, but I like her better as a comedic actress as well. Because I like how she can just get into character, and it's really cool. But she's just so funny to be around, and just hearing how she grew up, and it's just like, okay, she grew up in New Hampshire, so the way she talks about New Hampshire is like the interviews I watch with her, and the way she talks about New Hampshire is like she made it sound like New Hampshire there's nothing to do up there. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Chris, favorite female reactor from this list. Tori, Brooklyn, Michaela. Well, a lot of them they're not with the channel anymore. Michaela has left. She's no longer. I follow most of them on their Instagram or Twitter. I don't know what's going on in Brooklyn. Last time I heard it was something to deal with her mom. Chelsea's somewhat, I think, still around. And I do like Brittany. Can't really decide on them. I like them all. Tori and Eric are still together. Like they're dating, so it's good. That's good for them. Andre, what do you think about Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss? I don't know who those are. Explain what those are. Mary, do you ever watch Sniper Wolf, the YouTube channel? I've heard of it, but never watched. I don't think I watched it though. Madison. That's just all about. Okay. Do you consider the true legends of? Who do you consider the true legends of rhyming and blues? You mean rhythm and blues? Rhythm and blues, because that says rhyming and blues. Okay. The true legends of rhythm and blues. What? Rhythm and blues definitely got to go Marvin Gaye up there. Al Green definitely be up there too. That gotta go Mary. You gotta throw Mary up in there. Definitely throw her up in there. Mary J. Blige is definitely up in there. I know R. Kelly. Music wise.
But isn't he R&B?
Yeah. Okay. But
you're taking
out. Okay, take out
all his legal stuff.
All right, take out
him as a performer.
Yeah, a legend. I wouldn't pull it up. A legend. Okay.
If you're considering Mary a legend, and she's in that same era as R. Kelly.
All right. Yeah.
But if you add in this thing, that's where it's like.
Ron Isley definitely is up there too. The Isley brothers. Anita Baker.
Temptations.
A little before my time, but I grew up listening to their music.
But that's right there.
Right.
That I believe that is the true. I think that's one of the true markings of a legend. I didn't grow up with them. They were part of time, but when I first heard it,
yeah. So
I recognized why they were good or why people like their music.
And you gotta throw Stevie up in there and Sade. Gotta throw those. It's hard. That's a hard list. That's really hard.
You're just counting legends. You're not counting the best of them.
No, but yeah. Yeah, would you consider, because he kind of says he's like neo soul and all that other stuff. But yeah.
If R. Kelly didn't do this stupid stuff and have his cult, that's what he has. He has been a sex cult with underage women.
So what are your thoughts on the upcoming Future State miniseries? Go watch my video on it. I talk about it. So I got a video. You can go watch the whole thing. I talked all about Future State. Do you ever got into Dawson's Creek? No. One True Hill, hell no. The OC, hell no. 90210, a little bit. And 7 Heaven, hell no. No. None. Got into none of them. Sorry. Those just were not shows I really watched. Sorry. Juan, what up, Juan? What would you think of a character that played that?
Let's pick.
What would you think of a character that was played by the same actor, like Rocky meeting Rambo or Conan meeting Sherman? That'd be kind of weird, but it'd just be weird. That's all. Andre, what do you think about DC Comics Punchline as a character? She's all right. She's all right. By the way, the videos that private, so I downloaded them. They download. It's cool. I'm doing that with a couple of videos myself. From the I'm downloading videos from the Facts channel because I'm scared they're gonna take stuff down. Captain Omni, after moving twice in under a year and 3 jobs, Captain Omni has returned. What's up? The artist formerly known as Omni 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What up, dude? How you doing? Is Dracula Frankenstein, the Frankenstein monster from Creature from the Black Lagoon, Invisible Man, the Mummy, or the Wolfman any interest to you of the old film? Of course. Like, I watched all those movies. The old Universal monster movies. Love those. Even when I remember when they came together in Monster Squad. That was dope as shit. Love that movie. They were trying to start this new universe with, the Dark Universe and all those characters. they did the Mummy first with, they changed the Mummy from a male to a female, and had Tom Cruise and things like that. It didn't do so good at the box office, and that kind of. But I was really, I'm not gonna lie, I actually liked Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll. I thought he was great. I was like, I liked his version of Mr. Hyde. Like it didn't like he didn't become like all like ape looking or anything like that. Like his eyes just glue, and his voice just got a little bit more deeper. He's like, yeah, you gonna hit me out on that. And I'm like, oh, that I was loving that. They did do the Invisible Man, but they switched it. I think Blumhouse did it. I still not have watched that yet. I'm not even joking. So please don't spoil that. I know Scarlett Johansson signed on. She's going to play the Bride of Frankenstein. So she's going to be the bride, his bride. So that's going to be really interesting to see. So I think they still are going along with the Dark Universe. They're just changing things up. Remember, Johnny Depp was supposed to be something, and and I got a whole video set aside for Johnny Depp. I got to talk about him, and not against him, but for him. So I'm. Yeah, it's not right. All I'm gonna say like this. All I'm gonna say right now, guys, y'all probably heard it. Johnny Depp was supposedly asked by Warner Brothers to give up his role in the Fantastic Beasts movies. Bottom line, basically, they told him, "Hey, give it up because you're a woman beater," where it's completely wrong. Okay, now I'm hoping Warner Brothers do the right thing and fire his ex-wife.
I think it's either you're gonna say that both have an issue, or which means both. If you're gonna get one, you're gonna take another company to take care of the other. But my thing is that the incriminating audio,
right,
with Amber, that the fact that now sound like Troy, the fact that did not get enough buzz is just telling and pathetic.
Right.
This woman, clear on art. This is not. Oh, you can't tell that's her. That's not. You can't tell if that's her or not. No, clearly her. Clearly hear her in so many words. Baby, not even baby. So many words saying. Nobody's gonna believe you if you go out in public and say that, yeah, I'm being abusive to you. Nobody's gonna buy it because you're a guy. And what's hurtful is she has one. Is that for a guy to come out in public and say that he's being abused, and it's not by another man, so it's not like a gay couple of two guys. No, this is a case where it's a heterosexual man saying that he's being abused mentally or physically or both by a woman. Yep, the man is going to face some skepticism, is going to face some scrutiny, going to basically be challenged, have his manhood challenged, because just like where you're a guy, well, there's no way that can be true and blah, blah, blah. And she took advantage, she exploited that very fact like a sociopath would do.
Right.
Almost like you always see it in a movie where they have to kill herself, and they tell the person the worst thing is I'm gonna get away with it. That's what she did.
Yeah.
And the fact that when it did meet like presses and everything, it was when reports stuff came out that Johnny was doing some stuff too. It's like, wait a minute, how are you guys reporting when stuff come out for Johnny? But you ain't reporting a damn thing about that. It had to take people on Facebook, fans of Johnny Depp, to like get it out there that Johnny Depp, he's in some serious with his wife. It's just, it's just double standard with a capital DS.
Like I said, just saying, like if he loses his, then she need to lose being Mira. Because in my opinion, I could have found, I know several actors that could have played it better. But yeah, like that's just, it's so fucked up that he's paying. I don't know how the court system is in England, because that's where I'm like, so, what the hell? Like this woman basically, like they said, like he told, like she was throwing pots at him. Pots.
Cutting him. I think burning him.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? All right, I'm moving. Like I said, I got a whole video coming on about that. Look out for that. Let's see. Moving on. All right. What do you think about clothing? About clothing try. Wait, what? What do you usually think about clothing try on hauls with people of different gender, weights? I don't know. Wait, what? Like I don't get the question. Move on. Sorry, there's no problem. Just please, guys, please stop saying you're sorry about being late. If you, I'm not expecting everybody to. Yeah, you're not being penalized for anything. Please stop saying that. I don't hate it, but I dislike it because like if I expect you to be here, like then I'm gonna say, yo, why weren't you here, Kuma? You don't know. If you could make it, you can't make it. Let's see. What fast food restaurants do you think has the best food? McDonald's, Burger King, Carl's Jr. Never had Carl's Jr. Wendy's, In-N-Out, Fat Burger, Weenie Schnitzels, Dairy Queen. I only had Dairy Queen once. Taco Bell, Del Taco, El Pollo Loco. Well, first of all, El Pollo Loco is only on the West Coast. Matthew, I'm on the East Coast. I'm in New York. So that gets X'd out right there. Carl Jr.'s never had. Fat In-N-Out Burger, never had. Fat Burger, Wiener Schnitzel. Dairy Queen I had once. Taco Bell is considered actually the most healthiest fast food restaurant. Scientists said that. I couldn't believe that. And I do like Taco Bells. I'm not gonna lie. I will always go get me a cheesy gordita. I'm not even trying. Del Taco. I never had Del Taco. Out of the ones here, I'm gonna go. My favorites are definitely Taco Bell and Wendy's. I will, anytime somebody says I'm going to Wendy's, I will order something from Wendy's. Like McDonald's has weaned away. I've been weaning off of Mickey Diesel for a while now. There's not really mostly all the McDonald's where I'm at now have closed down, except for on the other side of the town. So I don't have it. Whenever I do see a McDonald's, yeah, I'll go in there because I haven't seen it. But I will not lie. I will always, if I see a McDonald's, I will crave a pack of nuggets. Like that's my favorite thing from McDonald's. Nuggets. I'll get those. You know, sweet and sour sauce. Boom. That's it. Anytime at McDonald's, that's what I'm getting. Burger King's fine. You know, especially if you like the flame broil stuff. But out of all of them, it is Wendy's. Wendy's is not only Wendy's filling, because you can get filled off of just a burger. That's like that right there just tells you, and you can taste the difference with Wendy's, which I love. and I love their chili. Their chili, I love their chili. I'll just get a thing of chili just to eat that with some crackers, and I'm good. I like their nuggets too, but nobody does sweet and sour sauce like McDonald's, and that's my favorite sweet and sour sauce. Um, but I will get a Baconator real quick if I need. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking about that. Like I said, Taco Bell. I do like Taco Bell, but everything else you just mentioned here, I've never had. I've never had El Pollo Loco. Like I said, that's on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. Unless there's a El Pollo Loco in New York, I don't know about. The last big fast food chain I actually had finally was Jollibee's. I actually had Jollibee's, which is a Filipino based fast food restaurant, and I liked what I had. I actually did a video where you see me take tests and some of the stuff. There's their famous spaghetti. Their chicken is just bomb. Like, that chicken is great. But I never had their burger because the place where I didn't have it. And their peach cobbler pie. Oh my god, that shit is good. Mango. Yeah, thank you. The peach mango. Yeah, good stuff.
I know what the feeling is, but that crust is very.
Yeah, crust too is real good. So after seeing, because I watch another YouTube channel I watch is called Kids Try, where they have these little kids. It's based in Seattle. It's called Hi Ho, the Hi Ho Kids, and they had them try Jollibees, and I'm like, and then I start seeing everybody talk about Jollibees, and I'm like, is there one in the city? And I was like, oh shoot, there's one in the city, right down the block from Port Authority. I'm like, okay. I went there. It was packed, but I was able to get there, and I even helped fed a homeless guy. It was great. It's all on camera too. You can see me actually hand this guy a piece of chicken. He's like, I'm hungry as fuck. It was great. It was Can you step back from the yeah. Because he was about to get my shot. I was like, he's like, what is that? A camera? So anyway, yeah. But I want to try El Pollo Loco, but I know that's on the West Coast. I've never had Fat Burger, and I've never had Carl's Jr. I've heard
upset because we keep getting commercials.
Yeah, we get
Carl's Jr.
I don't know.
Sonic.
We get the closest Sonic is in Jersey. Carl's Jr. because I get tons of commercials, and I'm seeing, where the hell is a Carl's Jr. around here?
About Shake Shack.
Oh, I like Shake Shack because I like Shake Shack. I like Shake Shack for certain reasons. One of the things I like about it is not just because they use potato buns, which is potato buns are better than burger and hot dogs, but I like that their burgers are not thick. It's you could see they really push it down to get more of the flavor, and they caramelize that burger, so it's really good. I do like that.
I like their crinkle fries.
Their crinkle fries are good too, and the shake. So yeah,
not that salted.
No, that was messed up. So no Carl Jr. In-N-Out. I've seen Diane eat In-N-Out. I've seen her eat that once, and so okay. Juan, the difference in Brad Dourif, Chucky was a psychopath, possessed. Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah. Do you play Among Us? Malcolm does. Malcolm has it on his phone. Malcolm has it on his phone. I haven't. I want to download it on my phone because I do have games on my phone. Like, I can show you right now all the games that are on. I have 6 games on my phone. Those are the games right there. You can see that right there. There you go. Those are all 6 games I have on my phone. So and my phone can hold a lot of data. But I haven't played it yet. I've seen one of my favorite YouTubers or gamers, Dashi. Love watching him play it. So yeah, I haven't played it yet. I thought it was for like the PlayStation and things like that. It's not. It only for Steam and stuff like that and mobile. Hutch. Wait, what? Oh, Hiachi versus Chase Young. Who win? Chase Young. Yalian Showdown.
Already Hiachi?
Yeah. Where is the best place to shop online, in your opinion? Amazon, eBay, Circuit City, Best Buy, or
Circuit City?
Fry's. Whoa, Circuit City. Jesus Christ, dude. You're making me feel old. Circuit City has been
unless I believe unless there is a company or so that was able to obtain the right, and they're the last secure Circuit City chain.
Mm-hmm.
It's on when Circuit City was around. I don't even think online shopping was as big as it was today. So I don't even know if Circuit City even had an online shopping ordeal. For me, I gotta go with Amazon.
Let's see. What's Fry's? Okay, I like Best Buy, but they can be a little wonky sometimes because sometimes they'll have what you want and then they don't have it.
You don't want for the online
shopping? Yeah. I like eBay now. I like it more now because I do shop from eBay a lot, especially when I'm getting like collectibles and doing bids and stuff like that. Like that's fine. I do like eBay now because now eBay's gotten a lot more stricter with their sellers. Like almost like you have to keep up with the eBay. If you're a seller and you telling them, okay, yeah, I'm gonna send this to. If you don't you don't send that item that the person bought for you. Yeah, eBay will quickly give you your money back. Because I remember I got way back. Like I've been a member of eBay since I think 2006. So I think it was the first time I actually bought some off of it, and I got my money back real quick because they was a fraudulent seller. He was just trying to get money. But it's definitely Amazon. Amazon is the king right now. That's no joke. Kuma, what would Ryu Hayabusa think of Ibuki and vice versa? You'd probably tell Ibuki you need more training. He would probably be some impressed at her, for as young as she is, but a young Konoichi, he'd be like, yeah, you need to train more. And she would just be probably in awe of him. He's not called the Ultimate Ninja for no reason, dude. I think the most rudest fan base are Batman, My Little Pony. I'm not a brony, so I wouldn't. I don't know the brony fan. If you're a boy, if you like My Little Pony and you're a man, you're called a brony. Pokemon.
I don't know the Pokemon.
Yeah, I've never really seen the
on the internet.
Yeah, and
I was a big Pokemon.
Super Smash Brothers. Whoa.
Wait, what? Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Where is it? This has got to just be.
Pass me up.
This has got to just be the internet.
Yeah.
Because my experience, I've made so many friendships from Super Smash Bros. And that's why I'm going to say with Pokemon. With Pokemon, back when Pokemon was at its peak, I wasn't dealing with internet. This was late 90s, early 2000s. So we was having a ball talking about Pokemon.
Yeah.
So same with Super Smash Bros. I don't know what thread or Discord or message board or whatever, or it's like Stone Cold, whatever that you deal with Super Smash Bros. But from my experience in person, I've never met somebody that likes Super Smash Bros. And I'm just like, man, they're a real div when it comes to Super Smash Bros. Especially because Super Smash Bros. Probably, not even probably, it is. Out of all the fighting games, it's the most player accessible fighting game. Anybody can just pick it up and play and have fun. So I'm talking about from experience, from in person. You got nothing but love for people that like Super Smash Bros.
Speaking of fun fighting game, choose between Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, SNK. SNK what? What's SNK? That's SNK is the company. Do you know a fighting game from SNK? So I'll yeah. Soul Calibur, Killer Instinct, Tekken. What do you consider the most fun fighting game out of those? I don't know, not because most of those can get you really upset sometimes. So, and I know that for a fact. So I'm not going to say any of them. They're fun, but yeah, some of them can get you upset. I'm not even joking. At some point in the future, do you think we'll get a new X-Men video game? Yes. A Green Lantern game would be okay. That yeah, they had a Green Lantern game, but it was based on the movie. I still can never get over my fear of Catwoman's tantrum scene. Oh yeah, yeah. Her tantrum scene in Returns. I just can't never watch it. Scares me when I first saw it and still does. Okay. Should they make a Zatanna Hawk Girl or Hawk Woman series on HBO, Showtime, or Netflix? Anything DC will be going to HBO Max or anything like that. So there you go. I'm hearing Zatanna's supposed to get something. And most likely Hawk Girl will most likely be probably in Black Adam movie. Because Hawkman's going to be in that. Oh, okay. Was Tupac Shakur better when he was into the more positive, uplifting, conscious songs and freestyle, or when he was in his thuggish, hardcore persona?
I never heard that question.
That's actually a really good question right there. That is actually a really good question. So you're talking about when he was in his Machiavelli kind of, you talking thug like. I love his more positive songs. I'm not gonna lie. Like Brenda's Got a Baby. Yeah.
His most critically acclaimed or commercial song is California Love.
Yeah.
Which is part of his
yeah. I feel that kind of can go for any rapper, but with Pac, I did like his more positive, his more positive songs where he's making you think about life in general and just, you know, what the struggles can be, especially for young black men. You know, it's like, okay, you get it. But when he needed to get thuggish, and you know, I did like those songs too. Um, but yeah, you know, I'm more Pac when he's positive. Like even like from one of my favorite songs of his is Mama, Dear Mama. Like I love that song. And I'll listen to it, and if you saw me listen to it, you'll see my eyes just completely red. And there's a reason why for that. But yeah, it's a really good song. You know, how many rappers you know actually made a song for their mom, like literally showing them appreciation for everything you did for them, like in a song. Like he did, you know, just hearing the stuff that, you know, like when he was like, even as a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen, mama. I'm like, you know, him talking about, yeah, I finally understand how hard it was to raise a man. Like, you know, you always was committed. A poor boy. He's like, okay, you get it. There's no way I could pay you back, but my plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it. I love that. And that you know, the whole chorus to it. The chorus is really nice too. You know, of course, you know, like I said, Brenda's Got a Baby. You know, it's a good song. You know, about you know, young mothers. You know, it's good stuff. That's an excellent question though. That's a good question, Matt. You should throw that. You should put that like on like if you have social media, you should throw that out there on social media. See how many people answer that.
It's just like how the closest I've seen to that is with Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Is Michael Jackson pre? I guess Michael Jackson black.
Oh yeah.
That's the closest I've seen to something like that question. And the other thing I've seen is in more wrestling where, because with Shawn Michaels, he does have almost like a tale of two careers where before back surgery and after back surgery, where it's like, oh shit. You can argue that, you know, if anybody says post back surgery is better, you wouldn't really give like, that doesn't make any sense. No, it does.
Right. Chucky versus Freddy in a rap battle. Okay. What would Ultron and Brainiac think of each other? That's wrong. That's two characters you don't want together. Think about it. What is Brainiac? What does he only care about? Knowledge. And what's Ultron? Ultron has millions of knowledge. He would be trying to find ways of trying to dismantle this robot real quick. They wouldn't get along. You got two big like yeah, that ain't gonna work. Have you ever watched videos from Inanna Strikes, Hannah Socks, and Leah Ponce? Habas, Habin Hotel and Hella Boss are two of the newest adult animated series that are both created by the same people. The same person named Vina. Oh, it's on YouTube. I don't watch anything on YouTube, so no. Like in terms of that, like YouTube TV and stuff, no. Do you enjoy any gospel music or soul or slow jams? Don't listen to a lot of gospel music because to me a lot of it sounds just the same. I'm not even joking about that. It does. Love soul, you know, and slow jams. I'm all into that. So yeah. Do you like wearing shoes, boots? Yo, what the hell, man? What the hell? Do I like wearing shoes, boots, slippers, slip-on Crocs, or sandals more? I've always been a boot man. I like sneakers, but yeah, boots. Such a weird question. Getting a little weird there, Matthew. Like Revy versus Agent 47. Who do you think would win? How would the fight go? Um, I'm going with Agent 47. He's way too skilled. Revy's great, but she ain't on that level. Now you should have put. Now I would have had Agent 47 versus oh Jesus, what's her name? Fuck. Oh, damn it, I'm forgetting her name. She was a maid though, but she was a badass too. Like, forgetting her name. Now that would have been different. Do you prefer Darkman X when he was? Oh, basically, do I prefer DMX? His freestyles, his lyrics, or do I prefer him more religious and spiritual, including his prayers? I like his prayers from the beginning, but I'm just a fan of DMX spirit, so I don't care what he's kind of. The only thing I always hope is just that he's doing okay. Right now, he's doing okay.
Speaking of doing okay, and hoping, I don't know what's going on with Scott Hall, man.
What happened?
Like he got caught like intoxicated. I'm like, oh no,
oh, no,
he going back.
Oh no.
The thing I found out with Jake the Snake, he's now starting to suffer the long-term effects of all his years of smoking.
Kuma, do you think Lex Luthor would be a good enemy for the X-Men? No. No. Not really, I don't. There are times I don't understand how he's so good as a villain for Superman. Matthew, do you ever go into court shows, whether they're real or fake or both, like Judge Judy? I don't even watch court shows like that. That's more of my dad. I'm not gonna
lie. I would say started in 2014.
Malcolm authored them.
Started in 2000, and because of our dad, who out of the blue just started to get into watching stuff like Maury, Jerry Springer, the Randall Cunningham show, who I swear he got Botox. Not Judge Mathis, you know, go ahead. Judge Mathis, divorce court with Judge Lynn Tyler, but now divorce court is with dang, I forget her name, but she used to have another show. But my thing is, I'm not sure.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
Whether I'm not okay. Not sure how much is real or it's always real, but I think I can appreciate the judge shows, especially like divorce court, more than a Jerry Springer or even a Maury, because with Jerry Springer was based off of Crash TV.
Yeah.
Basically, in the 90s, Crash TV was, you know, sensationalism stuff. You know, while at least with divorce court and stuff like with Judge Mathis and stuff, can't really speak too much about Judge Judy because most things people remember about Judge Judy is just, you know, how in your face she was.
Yeah.
But with Judge Mathis and Judge Lynn, one thing I can't agree whether they're real or not is they at least provide like a solution to and actually give some good advice on terms of relationships. So it's like, yo, whether you're in a relationship or not, you can use those shows as like a form and go and start thinking about, you know, that makes some sense. Like, man, I think I'm having sense. But don't think, no, let me go on public TV and go air out these problems for everybody else to know.
Yeah.
But just like, you know, give me friends. There was one episode where the lady, she had a lot of, pre-existing medical issues. And after a while, even the judge was like, yeah, you have these problems, but whether you're starting to use those problems, your medical problems, as like a crutch and almost like a way to control them. And I'm like, yo, that's pretty deep. But I still don't know where our dad all of a sudden started getting into mortgage stuff.
Yeah,
like, wait.
Yeah, Dad loves that mortgage stuff.
Running and falling. The women will just fall out.
Yeah, them.
And the morning is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because like whether it's real or not,
right.
It's still like, wait a minute. Especially when in some cases where you got two guys and they're both out. Like, how don't you know who you slapped with?
Those are the ones that work.
When it's got two people that are being accused to be the father.
And then
they don't the father. And they go both come out there not the father. It's like, so who the hell was you sleeping with?
Yeah. I wish they made another Dread movie. Yeah, they're still working on that TV show. Let's move on. I love Taco Bell too. Vandal Savage versus Captain America. Who would win? That'd be actually really good. I actually like to see that Vandal Savage and Captain America go at it. That's pretty good. I like Wendy's too, but I don't really go there often. That's a good thing. Yep, that's a good thing. Kuma, when was the last time you did a fantasy fight? A couple of years ago, a few years ago. Moving on. You ever eat? Have you ever eat Popeyes? Yes. KFC? Yes. Churches? No. Royce? Nope. And waffles. Oh, and Rochester's chicken them off. No. Only Popeyes and KFC. I've never had Churches. There used to be a Churches in New York, but it's not here anymore. What's your opinion on? What is your opinion on? I don't know. What's my opinion on Immortal Hulk? Very good comic. Enjoy that very much. You should. I recommend it all the time. Okay, Matthew, you gotta calm down with all these food commercials. Come on, man. Calm it down. One more food question, please. It's gonna make me hungry. Do you prefer Pizza Hut? Yeah, I prefer Pizza Hut. Right? I don't need to go any further with that. There you go.
With one exception.
Let me see.
If it was you prefer pizza or mom and pop.
Yeah, mom and pop. Yeah, you got Domino's here. I'll eat Domino's, but it's Pizza Hut all the way. Papa John's. I have not had Papa John's.
I had a couple weeks with the Papa the
Little Caesars. I will eat. Round Table, Ray's Pizza, or Numero Uno. I haven't had Uno. Jesus Christ.
And Uno was that time when you and
that's what I'm saying. That's the last. Which place has the best pizza, pasta, Buffalo Wild Wings, and breadsticks? I'm going Pizza Hut.
You gotta be careful when you saying Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, there you go.
That's an actual brand name.
Yeah. If we're going Buffalo Wild Wings,
say Buffalo Wings, though, you say Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
I'm first gonna think of B-Dubs.
Yeah, B-Dubs. Hey Chris, have you ever been to my hometown in Omaha, Nebraska before? Nope. I've never been to Nebraska. Nope. Sorry, haven't. Is Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony, Sega, or Atari your gaming console preference? I've had all those consoles. I've had something from all those companies. So yeah. What's good, Chris? Are you watching The God of High School? That's that anime, right? I haven't watched that yet. If that's I really want to try Dave and Buster's. There's a Dave and Buster's not too far from me, right? And I haven't been there yet. I know the closest one is in Connecticut. The one closest to us is in the next town called Pelham. There's one there. Pelham Manor, excuse me. Do you think Ryu Hayabusa could defeat Shredder in the book? Yes. That's not even a thought. He murdered him by himself. Serious question. Are there Okay, serious question. Are there any hermaphrodite, third gender, fourth gender, and transgender characters in the comic book or graphic novel world that are semi-popular? Um, um, I don't think so. I mean, well, there's one. It was a comic written by Paul Jenkins, and the character was transgender. I forget the name of it. It was actually a really good. I actually read it. It was actually really good. But no, there's not really, in terms of popularity, no. Not really. Not that I could, right off the top of my head, no. Just straight gay, yes, plenty. But not that. Do you prefer Japanese anime or Korean anime? Japanese, because it's hard for me to try to just different between Korean and Japanese anime. Do you know the rapper Corrupt was born in the East Coast in Philadelphia? Yeah, I haven't heard Corrupt in years. I mean, yeah. I mean, Pac wasn't born in L.A. He was born in Baltimore. But Jada knew him. Ice-T was born. I'm not saying he was born on the East Coast, but grew up on the West Coast. So yeah, it's like that. Do you find any use at all for Streamlamps, Patreon, or PayPal? Yeah, I do. Quote me if I ask you this already, but did you ever play any of the Warriors Orochi games? I think you mentioned Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Wars. I played those. Never played Warrior Orochi though. I played Dynasty Wars. I used to. That was Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors. That's like the best hack and slash game you could think of. Like just go into a game. You can go in there by yourself and mow down an entire battalion until Lu Bu comes in and get the fuck out. Once Lu Bu comes in, that's it. Get out of there. Get the fuck out. Because he gonna kill you. everything about every power. He's just stacked. And you got to also remember these characters that are in Dynasty Wars and stuff. They're real characters. They're not fake. All those warriors are real warriors from ancient China and feudal Japan and all that stuff. Lu Bu, you could look him up. Lu Bu, he's real. He's actually real. Do you like Angelina Jolie, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Garner, Nina Kat Graham, Candace King, Jennifer Love Hewitt. I love Jade Love. I do like Sarah Michelle Gellar. I like Jennifer Garner. Kat Graham is fine. Candace King. Who's that? Who's Candace King? I gotta look that one up. Who the hell? Who's Candace King? Candace King. Okay, what has she been in? Oh, she's from Vampire Diary. I don't know any. Let's get one thing straight. I do not watch anything from CW outside of the superhero stuff. So don't ask me any of them questions. I even stopped watching Supernatural a long time ago. So no, don't ask me. All right. What would Samurai Jack think of Kenshin Imura and vice versa? Respect. Do you realize Twista, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Tech Nine, Chris, and I do enjoy Tech Nine. I do enjoy Twista. I miss hearing Twista. Bone Thugs. I was around when they first got big. So yeah. Hey Chris, can I hear you say I'm a Marvel Bay. What? You can't beat Marvel hero. What the hell? What do you think of Lucy Lawless as an actress? Love Lucy Lawless. Come on. Like, I love Lucy. I still love her to this day. Like, I love her. Like, before, she's Xena. She'll always be Xena to any of us that grew up in the 90s. Saturday nights from 10 to 11 to 10 to 8 to 10 o'clock. That was our time. That evening shift. Boom. We got to watch Hercules and Xena. It was great shit. That was good stuff back there. Lucy, and she went on to do other things and even voiced Wonder Woman, a character many of us said she could have played.
Man, pop that guy.
Yep. I remember when they did New Frontier voicing, and they were bringing out the cast of that. And they said, and Lucy Lawless voicing Wonder Woman, the pop she got, like that sound studio went crazy. Everybody got a good pop. And poor Jeremy Sisko got I felt so bad for that guy. David Boreanaz's face when they said David Boreanaz as Hal Jordan, everybody clap, yay! And Jeremy Sisko as Batman. It just went dead, and then boo, and they just zoomed in on David Boreanaz's face, and he was just like, wow.
Yeah, you think he's just mouthing.
Wow. He was like, I felt so bad for him. And he didn't do a bad job as voicing Batman. Which Black Lagoon character would be a good choice on the Suicide Squad? Take your pick. Did you like any hip hop, aka rap? Yeah, you can stop putting like hip hop, aka rap. I know what you're talking about. Like, do I like subgenre like crunk, hippie, G funk, horrorcore, or boom? I'm I rap. There's this couple of I don't mind crunk from time to time, but just straight, just give me lyrics, give me a beat. I don't need all that, all that stuff. If you're talking like horrorcore, you're talking like Ghetto Boys and stuff, yeah, because I fucks with them. Ghetto Boys is the shit. My mind playing tricks on me.
Oh man, Little John.
No, I said I know what I said. Technically, Pac was born and raised in the East Coast. And what did I just say? Didn't I just say that? Black Widow versus Deathstroke. Who would win? I'm still gonna give it to Deathstroke. Terrell, would you consider? Who do you consider to be the greatest singer of all time? Now that's impossible. I'm not going there. There's too many. That's out of my hand. Did you read The Last Ronin? What that's something I want to talk. I have not read The Last Ronin yet. I still haven't read it yet. I'm going to, but I haven't read it yet. I'm just taking my sweet time with it. I haven't read it yet. But yeah, I will read it. Don't worry about it. Random question time. How tough are you? Oh Jesus Christ! We going? How many fights I've gotten into in my lifetime? I've always walked a straight path. Like, trouble comes to me. Yeah, I have known to defend myself. Even through high school, and I never got into a lot of fights. Most people, from a lot of my friends, they always say, I think a lot of people are scared of you, Chris. Like, and I never understood what they were talking about. Like, you quiet, you don't do much. Like, in terms of, they used to say that all the time to me. And you always got to watch out for the quiet ones. I've been punched and this and that, and I could take a punch as much as I want to take a punch. I ain't trying to say I'm Luke Cage or anything like shit. I'll break on my hand. Somebody's hand's gonna break my fist, but toughness there's a difference tech of being tough. I'm more smarter than tough, and I learned that stuff from just reading and being inspired by Bruce Lee and stuff like that. That's how I got into martial arts, because of Bruce Lee. It was because of him. It was because of Bruce Lee. Once I saw like the stuff he was doing, I was wowed by him. Like, okay, it is what it is. That's why I consider him a mentor. And I never even met him. All right. Who is the Empress of Pop and who is the Emperor of Pop from the outlook of yours? Empress of Pop. That's tough too, but taking it from my era, where I'm a child of the 80s, so going from there and up, I would probably say at that point, either Madonna or Cyndi Lauper was definitely up there. They, in terms of the Emperor of Pop, you can't go to Michael. It is what it is. Like, yeah. Did you like some of the influence, impact, and messages that Bob Marley and some of his family members and close friends associated with him have given? Yeah, of course. You listen to some of the like memoirs of Bob Marley. it's really interesting just the way he lived his life, and even his kids. Like you just see how Ziggy and all them live. It's just like you can still see it. Like what do you think of reggae music? I like reggae. You know, I'm here's the thing. I like mostly all genre of music, even a little country. I was raised on listening to all genre of music from different eras, not just where I grew up in the 80s, you know, and then of course 90s and stuff like that. But yeah, my mother was big on me making sure I got a broad horizon of music. So it wasn't just like I was being pigeoned into just one genre. That's how I feel about people in general. Like, don't knock it till you listen to it. Like, don't knock. Oh, that's not what I don't listen to that. It's crap. How do you know it's crap? You haven't listened to it. You know, like I said, even a little country I've listened to, and to me, my belief on terms of country is it's basically just blues with more of a cowboy twang to it. That's all it is. It's blues with, you know, that's all it is. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I will get down on like people like Carrie Underwood, and I know people don't like consider her country, but she kind of is. She kind of was country. Shania Twain was country. Um, I'll get down on a little bit of Johnny Cash. That dude was straight country. I've listened to a little bit of Keith Urban, and Kenny Chesney. Thank you. So yeah, I've listened to it, but yeah, the point is that what I'm trying to make, guys, is don't knock something you just, like if you've never listened to rock before, how can you call it crap if you haven't listened to it? Now I'll say this about rock. I'm not into that grunge metal too much to where you barely hear what the dude said. No, that's not grunge. But what is that?
That's death metal.
That's death. Like, no.
That's why there's only a selected song
right
I like of Kill Switch.
Right, exactly.
Because there are times where they can get Fire Burn.
Yeah.
That is one of their best songs because it doesn't have all of that.
Yeah. Like, okay. But yeah,
but the sad thing is that rock is the stereotype rock. And when somebody like, oh, you listen to that devil, that's what they'll think of.
Yeah. Like, so never like, but I'm just saying, like, yeah.
A song somehow from Lars Sullivan's latest interview was just him doing a lot of deep breathing.
Oh, Jesus. All right, moving on. Between Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pip, what the hell is this? Sprite, 7 Up, Mountain Dew. Man, what's all these food? I told you stop with the food questions, man. Fanta and Hawaiian Punch. Well, you should stay away from black soda, for sure.
Soda first.
Stay away from it. Yeah, Brazy, period. Yeah, stay away from that stuff. Hey, Chris. This is from Nathan. 2016 versus 2020. Which year was the worst? In terms of what, Nathan?
Wait a minute. See, somebody brought that up.
You talking about deaths?
Yeah, no, because I believe 2016 did have a lot of.
Yeah, I'm going 20. How mad do you think John Madden would be if money rained from the sky and interrupted a football game? I don't know.
What's that got to do with John Madden?
I don't know.
Oh, you should be before I said House of John Maxwell that finally it seems as though the lore of Madden games is over.
All right. What sports are you a major fan of? Which watch or play, or the two of them? Okay. I'll watch it when I can. Like,
it used to be if Yankees or if Yankees, it was you would turn and watch Yankees.
Yeah, but now, especially now,
it's more. Oh,
I can't watch because most of the stuff that the Raiders are not on all the time. But I watched basketball from time, and I played basketball. Football I played in high school, and baseball I played Little League baseball. I was actually a pitcher and a center fielder and a right fielder. I played almost every position in baseball except for a catcher. Hockey I've only played once, and I was a goalie. I was good at that. I was like, okay, I could do this. And that's also because of the fact that one, I'm not a good ice skater too. So you ain't a good skater, then don't try it. Real football, which you call soccer, I've only played real football once. Dodgeball, I played dodgeball. Like lacrosse, never played lacrosse. Watched it before, never played it. Boxing, never. Boxing has kind of declined too, in my opinion, especially the weight classes. But I still watch boxing when I can. MMA, I'm a big MMA fan, and stick fighting and fencing. The only time I actually watched fencing was when the Olympics, but I never really watched it outside of anything else. What culture of the Far East in ancient or medieval times is most fascinating to you? Japan, China, the Koreans, Mongolia, or Vietnam? I always will say Japan because I've read more. It's either between Japan or China because I've read all about the Tokugawa era and all the different eras of Japan, especially because I'm a big samurai nut. So I always, what was who was the most famous samurais, and even got to read about Yosuke, the first black samurai. He was actually a samurai. Like that was the role that God versus role Chadwick Boseman he was going to play. He was going to play this character. And he was a real character. He was a former slave that came to Asia, and at the beginning, he actually served under Nobunaga, and the Nobunaga and all the different emperor, they were fascinated with him because he was so bigger than them. They used to take their hand and thought he was dirty, but realized that was just his skin color. No, I'm serious about that. Like, yeah, it's really good. I mean, he became like one of Nobunaga's trusted samurai. They taught him the ways of the samurai, and he was great. So I do love Japan. Have you ever found goodness in any way in tennis, ping pong, golf, miniature golf? I play miniature golf. That shit is fun. Foosball. I like a little foosball. Tetherball, handball. I've never played handball. Racquetball. Or air hockey. I like a good air hockey. Handball like
pickleball.
Yeah, pickleball.
All I know about handball is that the dad was playing handball and then he ended up falling on the court.
Yeah.
And he blamed it on silk floor.
Yeah. Miniature golf. I played. Like I was when I went down south to my cousins in North Carolina, we went to a place called Putt Putt, and it's straight up miniature golf. Like, the whole big crazy things, and you shoot the ball. And like I played there, making a score, making a hole, and like there was one where it was like the hole, and it was like a big crocodile, and you slaps like you miss it, you get it, and if you miss it, the croc will go. Like it was fun. Miniature golf made. I love miniature golf. I've never played golf like on a 18 hole. I don't know if I could do that. Like to me, I respect anybody who plays golf because that just seems like a very patient game, and like you got to be there and wait till you and your opponent hit, and then you got to walk over to the next, or you lose your balls. And it's like, and the worst ones I don't want to be in is like in those southern golf course, like in Florida and stuff. Next, you stick your head and there's a fucking gator in there, like, or walk across the. I've seen many of those where gators are just walking across the. Like, hey, what's up? Like, it's crazy. Terrell, do you think Magneto would be a great enemy for Superman? Yeah. Especially if he would have thought that Superman is like a mutant. But yeah, I still think he would be a good. But I don't think he could beat Superman. What's the angriest you've ever been? Have you ever been madly angered with someone? Yeah. Don't want to talk about it, but yeah. So yeah, that's kind of angry at some, like madly angry at somebody.
Oh yeah, it's funny. Nathan Brown 2016.
So yeah. Kuma, what would Batman think of Darkwing Duck? Potential, but yeah, the ego. You better drop the. Yeah. Who is your top 5 comedians of all time? Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor. I want to throw Eddie in there because when he was just straight comedian, he was funny as hell. Red Fox. Robin Harris, and Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle. I like Dave Chappelle. Yeah, those are like my top 5. Who is the best musician and actor to you between LL Cool J, Will Smith, and Ice Cube? I guess Will transitioned well into being a music, just to classified as a music artist, into acting, and you could see that from his work. Not denying LL either. L has really transitioned well, from from him being. But I also give L a lot more credit than them too, because not only was he acting, but he also actively finished his contract under Def Jam. There's not a lot of hip hop or artists that I know personally that completed the contract that they signed when they first came out. That's why L is one of the GOATs. That's why he's one of the GOATs. But L has transitioned well as well. Like he in from hip hop to, and he still will throw out a rhyme. Like first of all, don't sleep on L. Don't ever sleep on him thinking, oh, he's down. He still will get down and throw spit when he needs to. And Ice Cube has really transitioned. I think for him, it all started with Boys in the Hood. When he did that role, Gunner was just literally playing himself, and then he just got better and better, and found his groove. You know, he you know, Cube has shown that he can do action, he can do comedy, he can get a little serious when he needs to do. So yeah, you know, there's some music artists. I'll just keep it hip hop that try the acting thing and it don't work out for them because it's true. Like to me, Ja Rule can't act for shit. Okay, and just DMX done a few acting roles and he wasn't that bad. And gotta throw Ice-T in there. Ice-T has done a great job. I mean, the dude's still killing it as Finn on Law and Order SVU, so you can't go wrong with that. T. So yeah, there's a bunch. All right, moving on. Gonna wrap this up, guys. Let's get these good. So y'all got last questions starting now because I'm gonna start going rapid fire real quick. Here we go. Okay. Next one. How would a sing off between Mariah Carey and Maya probably go?
I'm not even sure if Mariah Carey even want to share the same platform.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I was just about to say I don't know who Mariah probably would be like how she is now with talking about she don't know who J-Lo is. Like this woman has such a fucking ego. Now I'm keep going. All right. Who do you think is the sexiest actress now? I don't put me in that right there. Would you say based on the rumors and the gossip you probably heard or read that Jada is a terrible significant other to Will? I don't know. No, but she
with Marcus.
Yeah.
With Marcus.
Yeah. Yeah, Tangle. It is what it is. Even though you like all the kinds of music, what style do you prefer more? Rapping, singing, screaming, growling, or throat singing?
That's why that started to get pretty sexy.
I was about to say that too. That was getting a little dirty. Singing and rapping is fine. Like, I don't want people screaming. Don't scream. Like, what are you screaming for? Okay. What would you do if you saw? What would you do if you saw John Goodman being 10 feet tall, 1,000 pounds of muscle, and was robbing a bank with nothing but his bare hand? John Goodman. Okay. I'm gonna yell at him like, yo, what? Why are you doing this? Well, I'm scared that he gonna drop dead. All that, your body, especially depending on, no. Okay, never. Do you think Michael Jordan's baseball career was truly a waste compared to his basketball career? No, not at all.
No, if you watch the last
watch the Last Dance.
Actually broadened my perspective on it. Because,
right.
Yeah. For the longest time, thanks to Space Jam, it did make it seem as though, what the hell was he doing?
Yeah.
But then actually hearing from people like Tony Francona, and stuff who was with who was around during that time, it was like, yep, he wasn't that bad.
Right.
And Space Jam made it seem
Space Jam made
baseball.
Yeah.
Not then again, it's Charles Barkley. But probably ad-libbed that.
Yeah.
It's Charles Barkley.
Okay. Out of all the sports organizations this year, do you think they handled it better under the pandemic? Yeah, to a degree. I think they all have handled it pretty well under the pandemic. Most everybody's been safe and things like that.
Yeah, the only one that really questioned it, if you want to compliment sport, would be WWE.
Yeah. Well, yeah, one. I wouldn't say professional wrestling, but one professional wrestling company. You You ever gotten to Goosebumps, Tales from the Hood? No, Tales from the Crypt, Keeper of the Night Realm, and the Afraid of course. Um, what is your top fighting style of amazing? Kung Fu, Karate, Taekwondo. Taekwondo is, I'm gonna always say because that's what I trained in. Hapkido, Muay Thai. I do love Muay Thai, and Krav Maga. You should throw Kali in there because I love a good close quarters fight. You throw, so definitely going Taekwondo, Muay Thai, but Taekwondo because I trained in that. That's what I trained in. What was Yeezy? What was Yeezy's best album to you, and what did it do to you in any shape or form? Um, Yeezy. That's you talking about? Who's Yeezy? Again?
Who?
That's Jay-Z, right?
Yeezy?
Yeah, Yeezy. Who's Yeezy? That's I was no, that's Kanye, right? Isn't that his nickname, Yeezy? Yeah, Kanye. Yeah, I'm bugging.
It was Weezy.
Yeah, Weezy. Okay,
That would be Wayne.
I think it's his first album. Like that was really good. Before his mom died, I'm fine with. Because after his mother died, like he just flipped. He needed help. He still needs help. Because them Kardashians ain't giving it. Do you prefer Wayne's mixtapes or his albums better? I have not listened to a full Lil Wayne album. I only have specific songs I like from him. And that's real. Are you aware of the fluffy fandom and fluff? No. What do you think? What do you think could win in a brutal fight? Who would win in a brutal fight? Jason Bourne or Daniel Craig's James Bond? As good as Daniel Craig's James Bond, I'm still going with Bourne. He knocked the guy out with one punch. Like that was it. One punch, that dude was out. So yeah, I would know. Jason all the way. What would Kim Possible think of Sterling Archer? I think he's a fool at times. What do you think Shakur's acting? Or what do you think of Shakur's acting? Was good as his rhyming. Tupac was good. Tupac was another. He started as drama, like
in school.
Yeah,
it took.
Yeah,
he was into drama.
So
acting, and so it wasn't like he just let me just try my hand.
No,
he had an interest.
He was good. So all the movies you've seen him in, from Juice to Above the Rim, all of them. Yeah, he was good. I can't deny that. I'm sure if he was alive today, he would be doing both probably. Come on. What would Mikoru think of Master Roshi? Pervert. Did Eminem act well enough to you in 8 Miles? I guess. I mean, he was just playing himself. It wasn't like a award winning, but he was.
Here's the thing: the best stuff about 8 Mile, man, I guess that is a compliment to the movie. I mean, in some cases, one might say it'd be not a compliment. That the best part of the movie is the rap battle.
Yeah.
But then again, those are the meat and potatoes of the movie. So
a lot of people say that about 50 Cent, like. Like he couldn't even play himself.
That was me. I was like, yo, he wasn't all that good playing himself.
He couldn't even play himself.
And then I never forget. Oh man, I never forget. 2011. Me and Javon, who was our cousin for all those listening. We were at I think an aunt's house for a dinner. So I forget for what it was. Somebody put on a straight to DVD movie that had 50 Cent and Bruce Willis in. we even though me and my cousin J-Ron were talking, we were still watching, and at the end we were still like, what was the movie about? And there's one scene where 50 is in a chase scene. And I swear to you, it looked like this guy was about to have an asthma attack. And no offense by that has asthma, but it's like, yo, I don't know how many takes, like they, they may stop and then, but it looked like if it was done shot in one take, I mean, it could have been. He running, he said, I'm like, I was like, he's so like, oh, he really hurt. Just like with no disrespect to her, because I think she's actually made amends since. But who was gonna play Wonder Woman?
Oh, Adrian Police.
Yeah, she's actually made amends since then. Funny thing, the irony is she actually has kind of become an action girl.
Yeah.
But when seeing in those photos of her running, it was like, girl, I don't know if it's the heels, I don't know what it is, but you look like you about to catch something. Either attack, stroke, something. Just stop running. That's how 50 looked. It was it was get rich or die running.
Oh my God. All right, last question. Here it is. All right, we gonna end this. Okay, Juan asks, what Bond villain would make a good Batman villain? Jaws. An Odd Job. There you go. I'll even go modern. Batista's character. Huh? Who? Who's that again?
Scarlett Johansson character.
Yeah, I forgot. I only watched. Who was she in? She was in Golden Guy. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I like Common as an actor. He's okay. Common's okay.
I think he knows the stoic figures.
Yeah, he nails those guys. Yeah. All right. Like, okay. Well, guys, that is it. We're gonna end it here. As promised, I ended it where I wanted to end it. So next time I do a Q&A, the next time will be I will ask you just to give me questions like I did before. But all in that, guys, stay safe, be cool, stay positive. Hopefully things are going to get better or change for the better. But in the meantime, just stay who you are, stay positive, and don't do anything stupid. That's the best way to describe. Next now, I'm just gonna go. Right now. If you haven't been hearing it, the Dashi has been on, and I've been trying not to laugh as much. I have kept my face from looking at my TV because Dashi's on. But we're gonna end this right now. Marcia, you want to say bye? But other than that, guys, yeah. Thanks for being here. Thanks for everybody. And I will see you guys next time. As always. See ya.